Is weird, odd, strange, or just plain bizarre is really your cup of tea? Then, the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast will give you that fix. Can't believe it? Well, listen for yourself as Jordan and Keith delivers the strangest news you definitely won't find on CNN or Fox. It's the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast.
After both quitting their Subway jobs at different Subways, of course, it's the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast with Jordan and Keith. Or Keith and Jordan.
Yes, because I was eating way too much food at the Subway. They let me go.
They let you go? You let yourself go.
Right? I let myself go. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
And just like that, this is going to be the best episode we've done so far. Ever. Fingers crossed,
Although
at least.
I could use a pastrami Subway sandwich right about now.
You know what I could always go for? And I've probably said it in the show before.
The turkey one, too.
A good Cuban.
Yeah, you love the Cuban sandwiches.
I love the Cuban sandwiches.
You're all about the Cuban sandwiches.
I love the Cuban people. I'm all about just Cuba.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite actor?
Who?
Cuba Gooding Jr. By far.
Although
doesn't
to my
even
knowledge,
compare.
he is not Cuban, but okay.
No, it doesn't.
But you know who is? Andy Garcia.
Ooh, second favorite actor.
Oh, listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Things Are Doing Different When You're Dead. Great movie with him. Check it out. Him and Christopher Walken. Just saying.
But by the way, Christopher Walken, did you see that movie 9 Lives?
I sure did. But that's our other podcast.
Yeah, that's another podcast.
That's our movie, Golden State Media Concepts podcast that we want you to check out.
We're going to have to talk about that.
This weekend.
Yeah. We're going to have to talk about that after
yes,
commercial
with 9
break.
Lives, yes.
But anyways,
Shameless
welcome
plug.
to the Weird News Podcast. No, it's okay. I get caught up in plugging too.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
welcome to the Weird News. We're going to have a lovely show.
Always, yes.
So, I guess
Happy Thursday in America. Woohoo.
Happy
Yes.
Thursday, yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to take this one off, the first story here?
Sure, I mean, I can, definitely. I
Okay.
can. Yeah, so, man, I mean, so you heard the expression of jailbird. Well, this takes on a whole new meaning. Pelican takes a long, hard look at his choices. Yes, no one wants to wind up a jailbird. That's part of the caption here.
Yeah.
So basically, a pelican was, flying around in California on the highway.
Which is, for all we know, just what pelicans do.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
And apparently the pelican was injured on the interstate city, of Truckee, California.
Or so we thought, yeah.
Yes. And
Allegedly.
just, weaving in and out of traffic, just posting a hazard, in and out of the lanes, dodging cars. So, but, a CHP officer, Troy Greisemer, I'm going to say, or Griesemer, one of those two, California Highway Patrol.
You know what's funny? You did so much better in the last episode of pronouncing a Chinese,
I know, right?
a Chinese name than you are.
Well,
with
hey,
this-
bro, go for it. You want to say that name? You tell me. What do you think it says?
Okay. This is tricky.
See, we don't mean to mispronounce the name.
Griesemer?
It's Griesemer or Greisemer.
It's always easier just to say it doesn't matter.
So, Lieutenant Officer Troy.
Yeah.
You know how to say Troy. How
Troy.
about that? Yeah, Officer Troy.
Mr. T. Roy.
Yeah, who has falconry experience. So, what does falconry experience have to do with the pelican? But
Well, it's, birds.
Birds
Birds
That's
versus
what they call
birds.
it? Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Well, falconry, that's when you have a falcon and you can...
That's what I'm saying. This is a pelican, so he doesn't have pelican experience, but okay.
Well, maybe, birds have these kind of similarities. I'd love the idea of a possible, TV show about a cop who's solving crimes with a falcon on his side,
that could be kind of cool, actually.
It's a cool, it's a gimmick, yeah. A detective with his ability of falconry solves murder trials.
So Hollywood, if you're listening, we want credit. Just saying.
The amount of time we claim credit for things that don't come into fruition.
But now
if I had a nickel,
but now watch it does. We're like, hey,
that would be interesting. There's been worse cop shows that have come out. There's a lot of cheesy gimmicks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but.
So he has the falconry experience.
Detective Falcone coming to Fox.
So we're gonna call him Officer Troy because we don't want to, Officer Troy G. So he's funky. Ooh, I like that. I couldn't resist.
Okay,
yes,
no,
I'm a
it's all right.
cheeseball. Yes, I'm cheesy. Yes, I am. But so he states, quote, he looked tired from flying, so I knew I could get a hold of him. So, the California Highway Patrol officer, Officer Troy G, saw this pelican, and this isn't the first bird I've caught. So I knew what to look for, how he was going to react, and how he would try to defend himself. So he sounds like he's like a bird expert. Okay. So I guess he's had this type of situation with falcons, apparently. So he was able to apprehend the bird, and he put him in the back of his police car before transferring him to the wildlife rescue group. Folks, we kid you not. I mean, in the picture of this bird, this
I feel like the picture makes the story because this picture looks like this bird is like a rapper. Like he has so much street cred in this picture.
He's just like looking all grimy and grimacing, and he looking like he got issues. The pelican looks
like
sad.
If birds were anything like us, it would be like free this bird right now. Like
I mean, he's got that look. He looks so sad in the back window.
Looks like he's been having a hard time.
Like he had a bender. He looks like he was drinking or something. He looked like, man, I got caught. What am I going to tell my wife, man?
Very relaxed too, like the window's down. This guy's not even flying out. He's just being chill.
This bird looks like a mess. I mean, he looks like, man, why me? He's got that. I never thought I would see this in a million years. A bird giving me that why me look. Like, why did these things happen to me? And that's what we're getting with this bird. Wouldn't you agree, Jordan?
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, so that's a weird news story. This happened out here in California, in Sacramento. So yeah, and it's a nice picture of Officer Troy G holding the bird, and he's holding him by the beak. Yeah, and he's got the smile, but he's like, hey, it's not my first time catching him. So okay, yeah, so good deed of the day apparently. So hopefully the bird will stay out of trouble out of this. I wish they would have given the bird a name.
The bird, I literally was just thinking about. What does the bird look like to you? It kind of looks like a Tony to me.
Tony the pelican.
Yeah,
Tony
the bird looks like he goes hard. So if you guys can think of a name for a pelican that goes hard,
I think Tony the pelican looks good, and Tony the pelican like he has some drinking issues. A
lot of important people in my life are named Tony,
FWI,
and yet I still think like a messed up pelican looks like.
FWI, flying while intoxicated. How about that? We'll go or flying.
That's
while
the name
injured.
of his first album.
Oh man, that would be. It could be a hit.
I'm really excited about this. Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had to give you that story. I'm looking at this picture. I wish you guys could see this. This is amazing. I mean, this picture is priceless. My man looks like this bird looked like he is just too through. Huh?
As soon as we get those Norwegian hackers to get off of our Twitter, we'll post this picture back. But till then, we're just gonna have to try to get it back from them. They're playing real hardball.
Oh yes. So we go from that, to we have another story for you. So it's you want to talk about this one?
Well, yeah, this is one of the other common themes in our show. This is about a sex toy.
And people. We don't plan these things. They just
absolutely not. No.
Every week or every other week.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, weird news universe. I mean, but yeah. Sex toy company erects world's largest dildo.
Yeah,
and we're not making this up. And I mean, there's pictures. I mean, but it's just like wow. But you guys have heard me say it before. I have to find out who sings that song. I forget. But too much time on my hands.
I think it's good. It's
literally.
It looks monumental, if I can say.
Right?
It's 12 feet. It's a 12-foot 4-inch tall.
Veins and all. This is crazy.
I gotta tell you, I don't know where they're gonna put that.
Well, you remember, so it's supposed to be.
It's going to be at the Adult Novelty Manufacturers Expo.
Yeah.
Which is actually in Burbank, California, not too far from us if you want to take a trip.
Yeah, so.
I don't think I do.
I know.
I don't think I want to.
I know. So, and it's, but wait, there's more. The company's called Pipe Dream Products.
Pipe Dream Products.
Yeah. So, yeah, Southern California sex products company. Yeah, this might be the world's largest dildo. It's 12 foot and 4-inch tall replica, and wow! And this was the creation of the CEO Nick Orlandino. Yeah, he's the chairman and CEO of Pipe Dream Products. They're based out of Chatsworth, California. He came up with the idea early in the summer. For like you said, the Anime, the Adult Novelty Manufacturer Expo.
Not anime, the
Anime.
Anime.
Yeah, exactly. So they do this every summer in Burbank. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a big deal. So I'm pretty sure a lot of how
it's a big deal relative to what's a big deal in your life.
Well, I was going to say that
it's big, but is it a big deal?
I mean, so for that industry, lots of networking and stuff and business going on. So
this is a modern day obelisk.
Well, right, and then plus, if you're another sex toy company, you're competing with other companies, so you want to have something that's going to bring people to your booth or to your section, So, he's trying to. I guess he going harder and going big there. He's just
step above the Pelican.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of Pelicans and world's biggest dildo. We've had a lot of fun. We're gonna have to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna pick up just where we left off. Not entirely, but with a whole new story. So you guys stick around.
Okay. Right. Sounds good.
Are you looking for help for your fantasy football team? Check out the GSMC Fantasy Football Podcast. Get today's best advice on who to start, who to sit, even who you should draft. From sleeper picks to red-hot lineups, they got it all covered for you. That's gsmcpodcast.com/fantasy-football-podcast. We'll cover traditional leagues, dynasty, PPR, even IDP leagues. When you need fantasy help, there's just one show to hit up. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit gsmcpodcast.com for more info.
One and welcome back. Okay.
Welcome back.
I left the one in there. Yeah. Just so people can see some behind the scenes of what it's like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So welcome back to Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast.
Yes.
We just talked about, once again, pelicans and sex toys, so we're going to move on to something else.
Yes.
We'll hopefully stick away from sex toys at least for another episode, but who knows?
Yeah,
no control.
Weird news universe.
Weird news universe.
Mind of its own. It really does.
So what we're going to open up here is another animal story, of course. This one is about a squirrel who
very
also
positive.
did some very
ambitious, enterprising, creative.
Yeah. Also a bit thuggish, we can say, kind of like the pelican. The key word steal here. So a squirrel stole a GoPro camera, and then he makes his own kind of nature film by running around with the GoPro.
I mean, that's just amazing. It's just like these animals are a lot smarter than we think they are. Just saying.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because you can see the video online. Yeah, it's really cool. So, yeah, he stole the GoPro. I'm like, where was the GoPro at that he was able to steal it?
And the fact that it was able to stay on, he was able to make his own kind of little nature, channel thing here. I mean, this squirrel can already do more things than my grandparents can at this point as far as technology. They're able to work the camera, do it just fine, and they can climb trees. Both of these things I've never seen from any of my grandparents.
Yeah, so this is out of Montreal. So that's Montreal, Canada, I believe. Yeah, picks up the GoPro and starts climbing the tree. And you get the squirrel's eye view of the action, and that's really literally true. I mean, it's really cool. You see him climbing up the tree, going real fast. It's like you're watching a little movie. It's really cool. And this was published by YouTuber Viva Frey.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. And apparently this person has posted a number of other videos, including plenty featuring squirrels. But yeah, that one, that's an eye catcher, because you're like, wait a minute, squirrel took the camera, didn't try to bury it or break it. No, put it on its neck or back and just started doing its thing. I'm like, okay.
It's so interesting. It's kind of like you're like in one of those VR headset, like where you're just kind of getting taken through the life of a squirrel right now. Because I mean, the squirrel's just carrying it around, climbing through all these tree branches.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like, let me show you my world.
It really is, yeah.
Like, shorty, yeah, here you go.
Little documentarian here. I mean, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Hardcore Henry.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, it does.
This is a Hardcore Henry
video
situation.
Was awesome.
You know, it's crazy that
he can climb.
Do you think that she like decorated the GoPro like it's a big acorn or something? I mean, I wish it wasn't dead air, because I could just watch the squirrel for about 20 minutes.
I know.
That could be our show, just us going, oh,
well, it looks
cool.
Well, it's a trip, too, because it's like the camera was just put on the floor, on the dirt, and then the squirrel picked it up. I mean, you're seeing
it goes with my theory. You know that this is some kind of hardcore Henry acorn disguised as a camera.
This is amazing.
So yeah,
because a camera person can't even get these type of shots.
And apparently, this person has done a lot of other stuff involving GoPro and animals. So a real knack for animals holding a camera.
Yeah, this is really cool stuff. But yeah, you guys will love this online. You have to take a look at it. It's really
cool. As soon as we get those Norwegian hackers to give us our password back.
Stop it.
We're going to post these links, so you guys hang in there for that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so that was pretty cool.
We'll move on to our next story, right?
Yes.
This one has a lot of this is coincidental, and this is funny, and this is weird news. This is about a train car that derails in Iowa, and it ends up hitting a bar. The name of this bar is called Derailed.
We kid you not, man. Just when you think life couldn't get more ironic, it does. Yeah. Weird news universe, yes. Yes. I mean, what are the odds of that? And why would you name your bar Derailed anyway? I mean, that's kind of...
Is that irony, ominous. Though? I feel like this is always a conversation people have. Isn't that more coincidental than irony?
Well, it's ironic because you never expect it. I mean, and then there's the whole argument about is there any such thing as coincidence or not? But that's another conversation.
I think this would be like but like when you divide things from ironic to coincidental, I think this hits coincidental. I think it'd be ironic if...
Well, it's ironic. It's supposed to be the exact opposite. So basically, this is ironic because it was never supposed to happen.
Yeah. This is one of those debates I feel like everybody's had with at least once if something qualifies as irony. But either way, yeah, a car got derailed.
This was like 2 days ago, dude. Yeah, this was a trip.
Yeah, so the damage that they estimated the bar was about $10,000.
Oh, that stinks. Hopefully they got some good insurance.
Yeah, I mean it was a grain car.
Yeah, Charles City, northern Iowa.
So this happened to Iowa. So of course it's holding grain because as we all know, Iowa is famous for grain, as Idaho is famous for potatoes.
Yeah, I think it's got some corn action going too. I think.
Yeah, that sounds right too. Yeah. But if you can't think of what a state's known for,
I've driven through that. It's very green and beautiful, actually.
Yeah,
it's kind of flat, but it's cool.
Have you ever been to this bar? Is this a famous enough bar to?
No, but now I kind of want to go.
I do too.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'd love to see if they can work in the train car and just incorporate it into the bar. Just like kind of crash through, kind of like a Universal Studios kind of thing. Where you've got the prop thing hanging out the window. I'd love that.
Well, yeah, there it is.
You turn the train car into a private lounge inside the derailed bar.
That could be that will work. So Charles City is about 140 miles northeast of Des Moines, Iowa. So
yes.
So if you folks are in Iowa, look that place up. Well, and apparently no one was hurt, so that's good. Everybody's okay, but yeah, it's just.
Well, it happened around 4 a.m. So I guess. Nothing really happened. Nobody was injured except for the bar, $10,000. So
so like I said, ideally the insurance take care of that. But yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff, man. You gotta be careful. Derailing is pretty scary too, actually. So
have you ever been derailed?
Just from task in my life, bro. Just in task in my life.
Me too. From task and from conversations. It's the only place that hits.
Gotta keep it real. So yeah. So another story we have for you: Alaska restaurant serving elk fined for calling it reindeer. So yeah, when you're serving food to the public, when you're in a restaurant, you got to keep it real. You can't be lying or misleading.
Have you ever had elk meat?
I don't think so, but I heard it's good.
Either way, like if I'm going to Alaska, they don't even have to say reindeer. I'm going to be impressed regardless.
Right.
know?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's true. So now, so this is so this restaurant's in what, Fairbanks? Okay.
Yeah.
They've been telling customers since 2013 that they were serving them reindeer tenderloin. Wow. And so this restaurant's called the Pump House, and they've been fined for $50,000 by the state.
Along with that, they're going to donate $10,532 to 3 nonprofit food groups and publicly apologize. But
that's good.
They didn't really have any comment other than sorry, we got caught. We're fixing it right now.
Yeah.
Which it's never really satisfying. Normally you hear stories like this and it's like, it's an accident. We could have sworn it was, but this was like a flat out lie and they're just kind of like guilty. So, So the meat didn't actually. They said that it was the reindeer tenderloin as they were serving was similar to caribou and raised in western Alaska, where they were harvested by the native people. But the meat actually came from elk in New Zealand. So kind of a double whammy.
Naughty,
yeah,
man. Naughty. Well, it's costing you $50,000, so there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
You're gonna speak the truth now, ain't you?
Really disappointing. I want to try elk so bad, but I don't have to. I hope I don't have to go to a restaurant full of liars to do it.
Right. We'll find out. We'll find some elk somewhere. We'll conquer that.
I've had you've heard similar stories about that kind of thing, right? Like I have a friend that was a waitress, and she said I was looking to what to order from the restaurant she worked at, and she said, "Don't order the red snapper. That's just cod. It's always just cod. If it's not, it's tilapia." Yeah. Can't be lied to.
Why mislead?
I don't understand it either. But maybe we'll figure it out in our next commercial break, which is actually coming up right now. We can't. That's not our job anyway.
Nice
so
there you go.
We're going to wrap the show up, and after this break.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Back. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey.
This is the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast, and
that's Jordan.
I forgot. No, still Jordan.
And I'm Keith.
Still Keith. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and we're having fun with weird news this fine week. As
far as you people know, we're having fun. This is a good show. as far as we projected.
Yes, and we will find some elk later. So
I'm genuinely having fun. Yeah,
definitely. There it is. So, what you got for me, Mr. Jordan? What's up?
We can talk about dolphins, or we can talk about therapy.
Oh, we can't talk about both?
I guess fine. Yeah, sure. If you want to swing both these in, yeah. Which one do you want to do first? You want to save the best for last, or?
Yeah. So Dolphin snatches iPad of woman taking its photo at SeaWorld. Good for you, Dolphin. Dolphin's like, nope, no pictures. I need more food first. You know what I'm saying? Dolphin, doesn't want to get sweated by the paparazzi, apparently. So,
yeah. So the dolphin, this woman was, just taking a picture of the dolphin. It snatched the iPad, brought it back into the water. The loudspeaker was saying, as you can see, the dolphins can reach your loose items, which is a little bit too late for a disclaimer. That's like...
Right.
That's like, if you're choking on food and then the restaurant manager comes out and says, "Oh, by the way, you can choke on this stuff." Just a heads up, covering your face, like while the person's choking.
Just threw it in the water like it was like having a movie star temper tantrum. I love it. I think it's great. I'm glad dolphins are having like diva moments.
It's fun. Sure, I still think the squirrels were funner to watch as far as
definitely.
Things on video. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this was nice. This was cool
because dolphins are so cute and everyone loves the dolphin. Dolphin is having a bad day.
Just a bad day, dolphin.
Yeah, just like I'm not having it. I'm not in the mood. Leave me alone. No pictures.
So I don't know much about the iPad. Normally we're able to tell you guys if something's okay, but we don't know about this iPad. So I'm just hoping for the best, that everything's going to be all right. In the meantime, dolphins, man. Malicious creatures.
But hey.
They have a right to be. They're majestic, but man.
Malicious? I don't know if I'm calling
Potentially.
Just being grouchy and grumpy. They was having a diva moment.
You think maybe he was trying to have fun?
He was having a diva moment. He's like, no.
Yeah, it did. When I saw it didn't look like a fun thing. It looked like there's some maliciousness.
Well, just don't call them godless creatures, and we're okay.
I love dolphins.
Everyone loves dolphins.
Who doesn't love dolphins?
Exactly. Leave the dolphins alone.
Yeah, I mean, They're in the sea. We can't even access them. Like, we don't even see them at their worst. Kind of like if you have somebody that you like a whole lot, but you feel like if you're around them 24/7 it gets super old. Mm-hmm. I feel like that could be a dolphin, but it's not because we have our space. We're separated by like an entirely, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By ocean.
This is true.
We just see the best of a dolphin.
Usually, yes.
Even then, it gets pretty bad.
Like I said, this is great.
We've heard some dolphin stories, right?
Well, not really. Just this one, at least for me. Just this one.
Really?
Yeah, this is my only dolphin story I've ever heard where a dolphin was acting out. I think it's adorable. I think it's great. Like I said, hey, if human beings can have temper tantrums and throw away, and stomp on cameras, why can't a dolphin throw an iPod in the water?
I'd be careful.
iPad. Excuse me.
There's been a lot of bad things happening to dolphins.
Man, don't hate on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
If Wu-Tang is for the children, Jordan and Keith are for the Dolphins.
Okay. All right.
So don't forget that. Quoting ODB there. Wu-Tang is for the children.
I feel like if we can back up one thing, let's do Dolphins. I agree.
Jordan and Keith are for the Dolphins. That's right. So, yeah. So we also have New Jersey man leads tale of 2 obituaries. So, okay. I mean, where do I start with this? So in the newspaper, this man died, rest in peace. So his wife has an obituary for him, and then so does his girlfriend.
So he's got 2 obituaries, right? So there's
in the same paper, dude, on top of each other, bro.
Oh God, yeah.
I kid you not, man.
Is that the same picture? That's the same picture too. They used the same picture.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. Leroy Bill Black.
So he's Leroy Bill Black, and
survived by his loving wife, Beretta Harrison Black, and his son, Jazz Black.
Yeah.
I guess he died on August 2nd, surrounded by his family. No cause of death was given to us, so that's fine. The second obituary identifies him as Leroy Blast Black, and also says that he died at home. And doesn't mention his family at all. But it does mention his son, Jazz, and survived by his siblings and other family and friends, and longtime girlfriend, Princess Hall.
Yeah.
So apparently he was a fiberglass technician who died of lung cancer due to fiberglass exposure. So sorry to hear that, but wow. And so, what they say goes on in the sanctity of your home is private. You're dead, and everybody knows your business now, bro. It's just kind of messed up.
It's a good thing that he didn't have to deal with this. Like, he wasn't alive to have to explain this one,
right?
Because
he kind of got the easy way out a little bit in that sense.
And it's interesting because you get to learn a little bit more about him through each of the obituaries.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of different information. Like, one of them doesn't list all of his kids in it. One of them does.
Yeah, of course the girlfriend is just like, I'm not going to mention all of them.
Yeah. And one of them mentioned why he had the cancer, which is from inhaling fiberglass. The other one kind of skips it.
Yeah.
When you put both the obituaries, together, you have a real detailed description of what this guy was like.
Oh, yeah. So this was done at Greenridge Funeral Homes in Atlantic City. In Atlantic City.
Atlantic, yeah.
Yes.
Home of the brave.
I mean, and apparently the wife and girlfriend could not be reached by NBC News for comment. So I guess they didn't want to talk about it, huh?
Yeah. They said that he was surrounded by family, everything. The second obituary, they added the name Blast, Leroy Blast Black.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I gotta wonder what that was about. But he was a fiberglass technician. Do you think that there was a lot of argument afterwards? Do you think that it was how dare you, or do you think everyone's just collectively it doesn't matter, this is just sad?
I think it's a little bit of both, man. I mean, it's the same picture, literally. It's just like, wow. I mean, in a sense, though, I feel bad for his wife, though, and family, because this is embarrassing. So yeah, this was done. I guess he lived in Egg Harbor Township. So
it's good therapy, though.
Yeah.
Not at all. I don't know why I brought back up the therapeutic. Therapy wasn't the best way to describe this story. This is just, man.
Hopefully there's closure on it now, but or maybe there's not. Maybe it's just all unresolved because it's like, man.
Well, a staff member at the Greenridge, the funeral home, that did not identify herself, but she told NBC that asking if there's going to be a problem between the wife and the girlfriend.
The mistress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
She said they told the in the interview that we follow the state law, which is that there is one point of contact, and in this case, as in any case, it would be the spouse.
Yeah.
And so we followed the direction of the spouse.
That's accurate, and that's legal, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's
so
just,
they took her for, as far as funeral arrangements. That's how they were able to have to say. But as far as obituaries go, they thought they're too sad. Instead of bringing up this mess of should we put the girlfriend in, they just decided to put both in because it's a time of grieving.
Trying to be fair, and so it is what it is. But I mean, my man took cheating to a whole new level. Apparently, I mean, even in death, you dirty dog.
The picture on the obituary, by the way, if I can say, looks like somebody who definitely knows what's happening right now. Like,
Leroy Bill Black,
like
AKA
that's
Leroy
the picture
Glass
of his
Black.
face of whenever he's like seeing both the obituaries. Like, that, all right, I still got it.
He does have that look. Like, yeah, I'm that guy.
It's like he's about to make a what are they called, eating grin? yeah, one of those. You know, it's the step beforehand.
Yeah, it's a cool picture of him actually. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. So rest in peace, though, man. And
rest in peace. Yeah, and
hopefully your family will have, and your girlfriend will have some closure.
That's a complicated situation.
I feel weird and dirty saying that. You know, just like hopefully your family and hopefully your wife and children and your girlfriend will have closure and peace.
yeah. Well, it's the best you can hope for. Wow. And I guess with that's going to wrap up our show now.
All right.
With a nice little pretty ribbon on top.
There you go.
So I had a wonderful time here.
So did I.
I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot since this 30 minutes began. And
hey, educational. You dropped science on me earlier today about what dogs are not supposed to eat. So thank you for that.
That was that last episode. That was the last episode. And we record them all together. But
yes.
It was great. It was great. We both came out of this better people, and maybe next week we'll be even better people.
Yes.
Or worse, you know.
Weird news can change your life.
It can. It
For
can.
The better.
And also,
For
if
the
you guys
better,
want to donate anything to the Dolphins,
stop it.
We don't have anything to donate yet. No,
not at all. No.
Maybe one day, we'll have a little fund.
But keep your iPads away from them. Just saying.
Yeah, keep your iPads away from them.
Yes. Yeah,
and
look out for FWI, pelicans that are flying while intoxicated or flying while injured. So
yeah, it was just I think that wraps it up. I'm trying to think of a nice thing to close it on, like something like, do your homework or.
That's what they want to hear.
Never go to bed angry, like something to end the show on. But
you want
really,
to
I guess
in their face through their radio, through their computer, or smack us for saying something like that.
Yeah, let's don't shoplift, and that's the message we want to end this show with. Really, we can. So,
you're a mess.
We had a lovely time.
Yes.
If you liked our show, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Is there any others? I think that's it, right?
GSMCpodcast.com.
God, yeah.
Google Play, SoundCloud. Apparently, according to Mariano, Stitcher as well.
Really, yeah. Along with any other. That's just one of those apps that lets you listen to podcasts.
Golden State Media Concepts, baby. Weird news.
And iTunes.
Yes.
So,
subscribe to us on that. There you go.
Subscribe to us on iTunes. That being said, that's how we end a show.
Yes.
No shoplifting, and subscribe to us on iTunes and support Dolphins.
Yes. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you.
And we will see you guys
somewhere out
in space. Yeah, that was bad. Next time we'll get it. All right.
All right. Take care, folks.
You guys take care.
Yep. Bye.